Well, it's really exciting to see some of these presentations from countries where things are growing so quickly. And I really appreciate that because I think every week I eat or consume in some way products from these countries. It's very important to us. And the reason that we're able to do that, of course, is because packaging has developed and come so far in recent years. I'd like to talk a little bit about the United States and put this into perspective for everybody here. Worldwide, and you'll see variance on the estimates of the size here, depending upon which survey and everything you're reading. But worldwide, packaging is about a $450 to $480 billion business. It's huge. And you've seen from some of these countries the size that they're able to contribute. Again, putting it in perspective though, the United States alone is about $139 billion, or about 30%, maybe a little bit more, of that entire packaging market. Now some people say, is the United States falling? It's not as important as it used to be. I've seen estimates that China may surpass the United States in packaging by as early as 2017. They're growing very, very quickly. But that's not surprising. When you look at the population, it's about 3.5 times larger than the United States, and they're coming a long ways. And other countries are developing very quickly too. That's kind of exciting because what that's doing is creating a more level playing field for everybody around the world. And indeed, you'll see that it's making us all much more global. Countries are having developing middle class. They're able to buy a lot more, and they want the same types of things that we've seen in the United States. So this is a very exciting time for packaging. Across the bottom, I have a few charts here talking about what some of the end uses are. Of course, food and beverage is by far the largest areas. In terms of geography, Europe is the largest right now as a whole, about a third. North America is right behind that, but it's exploding every place else. And in terms of materials, paper is still the largest. Plastics, as you heard from the other presentations, are growing very quickly. Last year in the United States, for the first time, the value of the plastic materials used in packaging exceeded the value of paper. So plastics are growing very fast, both in flexible packaging and rigid packaging in the United States. This is for the United States. If you look at the packaging by different segments, you can see that paperboard is still very large in terms of the volume. There are some other things there. Flexible packaging is large. It's kind of evenly distributed, with nothing having a huge dominant amount there. One thing that's interesting, these are some charts that were produced by PMMI, the group that's the sponsor of Pack-Expo in the United States and several other of the other packaging shows in different areas around the world. You can see the value of the packaging imports into the United States. The last few years has dipped because of the ongoing recession. We're starting to see that edge up a bit more. You saw in 2010, 2011, I don't have final numbers from PMMI, but we expect to see those soon, and I think that will show a continuing trend again in the imports. In the United States, in the lower left-hand side, you can see that a lot of these are coming from Germany and from Italy. They're the largest countries that are importing packaging equipment to the United States. And you can see their share of the market in that pie chart at the top. And so there's a lot of opportunity for a lot of companies in the United States. People look at some of the developing companies and say, wow, they're growing 15% a year. That 15% doesn't even match the total of 1% of the U.S. import.